throwing this away.
It's bacon.
No, I want my bacon. I gotta tell you something. Bacon is good for me. This is very...
Bacon, a style of meat involving salt-cured strips, would take over the world, one diabetes diagnosis at a time. Early men relied on meat for protein, fat, and high calories, which were used to help sustain their high-energy needing large brains. The problem with meat, however, is that it spoils easily, and therefore needs to be cured, using salt to dry up the moisture to prevent rot. At least that was the case before refrigeration. This was usually done by soaking it in briny water, or using dry rubs, heavy on salt. This was particularly useful in the past, given that pigs are more likely to have parasites like tapeworms. Given that we're talking about pork here, bacon by and large has been relegated to the cultures of Europe and East Asia, as Muslims and Jews are prohibited from eating pork and Hindus by and large are discouraged from it. In both Europe and East Asia, pork belly would become the dominant form of bacon, even though they don't typically call it bacon in their East Asian varieties. Italians would use a strong form of bacon called pancetta, which most famously is used in carbonara, involving bacon, pasta, and eggs and cheese, just in case the cured meat in and of itself wasn't enough to clog your arteries. German styles of bacon were oftentimes smoked and are still used to this day to eat for breakfast. American bacon would follow the German model. In the southern United States, bacon fat is oftentimes used for cooking as lard. And it's not surprising, given how much lard people use, that their asses are quite large in this part of the country. However, bacon from Britain comes from the back rather than the belly, and in most cases a little bit leaner. Canadian bacon also follows this trend, coming from the back, usually wet cured and coated in cornmeal. What is called Canadian bacon in the US is really just slices of ham. Actual Canadian bacon is only found in Ontario. However, these leaner forms of bacon are still mostly composed of fat. And when you combine that with the amount of salt in the curing process, you are basically asking for heart and gallbladder disease. The most notorious salt that is used in bacon is called sodium nitrite, used as an additive in processed meats like bacon and others, but also happens to be a carcinogen. These health concerns have led to alternatives such as turkey bacon, which is leaner and can be exported to Muslim-majority countries, spreading baconism to lands once not conquered, along with vegan varieties that usually taste like styrofoam. During the 2000s and 2010s, the rise of social media pretty much led to bacon becoming a meme. Its pretty terrible nutritional content, alongside its good taste, made it the subject of a variety of over-the-top recipes, such as fried chicken bacon that involves dipping the chicken in batter, and bacon served with gravy. There was even chocolate-covered bacon, even bacon ice cream. YouTube channels like Epic Mealtime based their entire brand off of bacon strips. Events and festivals were held in homage to bacon. There's even a fragrance that smells like bacon called bacon. Bacon started out in a time of scarcity in order to preserve as much meat as possible, before the time of plenty. Today, bacon has become a symbol of gluttony and excess at a time when we are in the midst of an obesity crisis. Oh, how the times have changed.